release. He did it again. Yes, everyone, Steve Perry gave us yet another release, and this time he focused on the song that he put out a couple of years ago for the first time after being out of the game for 20 years. Oh, Steve, it's been so long since we've been together in the backseat of your car. And guess what? I still have that backseat.
Geeky Classic Rock.
My name is Kiki, and if you are new to my channel, welcome. What I like to do is talk about anything and everything classic rock, pop, nostalgia, you know, our stuff. So if you like that kind of stuff, please go ahead and consider hitting that subscribe button down below, as well as the like button, and of course, the little notification ding-dong bell. So important. So important. Why is it so important? Because it lets you know every single time I put out a video. Why is that important? Because I'm pretending it is. He did it. Yes, he did it. Steve Perry released another video, and this time it's the acoustic version of No Erasin. It's interesting because in 2018, No Erasin was the very first single that Steve Perry had put out since his 1994 release of the album For the Love of Strange Medicine. And just last week, we saw Steve release not one, but two videos for the song Most of All, of course, from his Traces album. This new version of Traces that is due out on December 4th is said to be stripped down. He took out all of the big sounds and makes it really simple. This whole release from Steve Perry, though, is far from simple, because just the being of Steve Perry and his releases of late just bring so many emotions from Steve Perry fans around the world straight to the table. Here we go again, talking about Steve getting back together with Journey. Some say he will, some say he won't, some say leave him alone, some say, oh my gosh, let him do what he wants. When it comes down to it, all fans are just really darn grateful when Steve puts out anything, absolutely anything. I have to say, though, that the majority of the comments for Steve Perry are pretty much all positive, and why wouldn't they be? This one comment from David P., I loved this one so much. He said, crackle in his voice is so ... amazing. That one, that just got me right here. And then Myra said, I love this version. You got talent with such a beautiful gift to the world. You really are the voice. This was a good one. Scott said, every syllable has its own zip code. I mean, stop. That comment is genius. I went ahead and I listened to both versions, and I have to say, I love the original version with the drums, the backup singers, the guitars. And my favorite, really, of that video is just watching Steve bounce around. My favorite. He stomps his foot and then he goes ahead and he spins around. I mean, stop it. And come on. When he puts on the hat and then throws it, seriously, I can't. The acoustic version, the one that just came out, we all love it because it's basically focused on Steve's voice, and it is pretty dang amazing. I've said it before, Steve Perry could literally just sit down and talk to all of us without doing anything else. Our tails would wag, our mouths would foam, and it would be perfectly fine. But of course, Steve's singing is an absolute bonus. This acoustic version of No Erasin, it's soft, and again, it's just focused on Steve singing. It literally is so beautiful. The acoustic version is really just for everyone to enjoy the purity of Mr. Steve Perry. And when he says in the song, my soul is burning, just like it was before, you really feel that when he says it. Of course, I love both versions, but the first one, it gets me bouncing, and the second one gets me thinking. I think about, will he still release some holiday music, or is this it? Is he gonna do something else? Come on, Steve, please let us know. In the great words of the band Asia, only time will tell. And all I can say is that none of us should be asleep at midnight ever again. Because that's when Steve Perry comes out and just does something. We're all gonna be super tired by the end of December, I guarantee it. Or we will all look like a bunch of vampires. Stick around the crazy house and watch one of these two videos coming up next. Guys, have an amazing everything, and as always, remember to keep rocking.